Hello everyone, welcome back to the full game walkthrough episode 18. Today we're actually going to be starting Wisteria. I said in the last episode where we did Mount Olympus that we were going to start Mushu today, but I completely forgot that Wisteria was actually open to us at level 25. So I'm just going to talk to Merle and we're going to get this started.
As you know, the other faculty members and I are quite impressed with your performance here at Ravenwood School. So much so that we would like you to travel abroad as a representative of the best Wizard City has to offer. You will compete in a magical tournament, dueling students from other magic schools for the ultimate prize, the Spiral Cup. Sadly, Ravenwood hasn't taken the cup in a long, long while, but we can't give up trying. Please report to Mr. Lincoln in Ravenwood. He can provide you with all the details.
Alright. Now, I also believe that Grizzleheim was unlocked to us as well, the first area. However, I'm not going to start that until we reach level 40. And then we can get the first areas done pretty fast, and then Ravenscar will also be open to us.
Hello there, young wizard. I've been expecting you. The Ravenwood School of Magic must send a student wizard to participate in a spiral-wide tournament of magic. This tournament is a very prestigious event, a chance for students across the spiral to compete for their school's honor. The tournament is held at Pigswick Academy, a rival school to Ravenwood, located on the world of Wisteria. After reviewing all eligible students, Headmaster Ambrose and the other professors chose you to be our representative. You will need this ring to show that you're our champion, the student to defend Ravenwood's honor in the tournament.
Mr. Lincoln hands you a heavy ring with an emblem of Bartleby inscribed upon it.
Be sure to put that somewhere safe, mind you. Perhaps lock it away in a drawer. It's too precious to carry around loose. Now the spiral door will take you to Wisteria. When you get there, see the Pigswick Academy registrar, Mrs. Dowager. She'll get you set up and see that you're taken care of. Good luck.
Right? And I even did about 10 runs on Mount Olympus and still haven't gotten the Zeus robe. We don't really need it, but I still tried to complete the set. It just didn't work out. I got 2 more boots and 1 more hat instead.
Hello there. You must be our visiting wizard. Welcome to Pigswick Academy. I'll need to see your Ravenwood ring. Just a formality, of course.
You show Mrs. Dowager the ring Mr. Lincoln gave you. She inspects it and hands it back.
Excellent. Be sure to put that somewhere safe. You're here, of course, to build a sense of community between the different magic schools and to try to win the Spiral Cup. Go to the tournament hall to take a look at it. Then speak to Benedict Glendemming. He is both Master of Arms and our judge. You will probably need to demonstrate your skills in a qualifying match. So be on the ready. When you've passed the qualifying round, return to me and we'll get you sorted out. How exciting!
We actually get a lot more XP in this world than I thought that we would. Oh. Our quest arrow's actually messed up, so let me just reset that real quick. Nope, still messed up. Give me 1 second while I fix this. Okay, I'm back. I actually had to log out and log back in just to fix it.
You inspect the Spiral Cup, the greatest prize in all the Spiral. It looks like it's been here a while.
Greetings, visitor. I am Benedict Glendemming, Master of Arms of Pigswick Academy. For years, I have taught magic and dueling. With my training, Pigswick students have won the Spiral Cup again and again. I am also the judge of this fine competition. My decisions are as fair as they are final. You come from Wizard City, no? You have my sympathy. Let us see if that charlatan Diego has taught you anything of worth. To qualify for the tournament, you must step into the Chamber of the Basilisk, if you will, and defeat Blaze Flamerender. There is no shame in defeat, so do not feel too badly if you do not succeed. Perhaps next year, no?
Is this actually Merle? There's Diego.
Well,
He's actually
well,
fire.
well. A wizard of Ravenwood, huh? I'll go easy on ya.
I wonder if we'll be able to kill first round. He actually uses auras. It's the first time we've ever seen an aura. It doesn't matter though, we still kill him.
Wow! Go and tell Master Glendammit that you won the duel. I wasn't expecting much, but you certainly showed me a thing or two.
So Diego has stepped up his game, no? Very well then. You will not be going home just yet. The tournament consists of 4 rounds of duels, each round against a rival school. You must win each duel to proceed. See Mrs. Dowager outside. She will see to your accommodations within the student dormitory.
Good for you. It's been so long since a Ravenwood student competed. I was worried they'd given up teaching magic there. Now that we've determined you'll be staying to compete in the tournament, it's time to get you squared away. You should report to the student dormitory. There you can meet the students you will be matched against and introduce yourself. You'll be sharing quarters with Beatrice Wildwind, Kisai Shugenja, Nalia Doomstrider, and Randolph Spellshine. You should also take the opportunity to put your Ravenwood class ring away. There's a small dresser. It should be safe there.
I don't know how we think it's actually a safe place if she actually recommends to put it there. Oh, here we go.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. I'm Beatrice Wildwind from Weirwood. I look forward to crossing spells with you. Good luck.
Greetings, my fellow wizard. Please allow me to present myself. Kizai Shugenja, representing Mushu in this tournament. I have longed to pit my magical skills against one of the Ravenwood School wizards, so this is fortuitous indeed.
It's a pleasure to meet you, student of Ravenwood. I am called Nalia Doomstrider, and I come from a place called Mirage. I am unsurprised you have never heard of my world. It is a subtle place, an oasis in a desert of mystery. Perhaps we will speak more before the tournament.
You're the Wizard City representative? The tournament has really lowered its standards this time around, I suppose. You don't think you have a chance of winning, do you? The Spiral Cup isn't going anywhere, and I'll be the one to win it.
You place the Ravenwood class ring in the dresser. It should be safe here. You should report back to Mrs. Dowager.
I trust you had no trouble settling in. It's time you met the headmistress of Pigswick Academy, Belladonna Crisp. She makes a point of meeting all students. Please go to the headmistress's office and introduce yourself. Please don't be late. She's a strong believer in discipline.
I've been waiting. What kept you? I suppose you've been welcomed by Mrs. Dowager and passed Benedict's test, so let's dispense with the formalities. I'm not sure what claptrap and nonsense they fill your head with at Ravenwood, but at Pigswick Academy, we study real magic. The first order of business will be for you to go and meet the professors here. They're a top-notch group, without exception. I hope they can straighten out some of the foolishness Ambrose and his cronies may have passed along. The classrooms are located throughout the city. You should speak to everyone in whatever order you please. They are as follows. Professor Thaddeus Price, who teaches Tempest Magic. The Earth Professor is our very own Chester Drawls. Ember Magic is taught by Professor Anku. Edna Fuligan teaches Spirit, and Chaos is Hieronymus Bunch. Rounding out our faculty are Quentin Burble teaching Frost Magic, and Velma Pepper in the Equilibrium classroom. You look confused. You don't know those schools of magic. Speak to our faculty. Perhaps they can help.
Oh, he's actually just right over here.
Welcome to the School of Earth Magic, young wizard. From the look of the soil on your boots, you're from Wizard City, right? I am Professor Drawers. Chester Drawers. What? Why are you smirking? At any rate, I teach Earth Magic here at Pigswick Academy. Magic of ground, growth, and the untamed wild. Because my school is that of the Earth, I find it stifling to teach inside, so I lecture outside whenever possible. Other schools teach flights of fancy and arcane manipulation of ethereal flummery, but Earth Magic is the magic of the real. From Earth came all things, and eventually, all shall return to its clutches. Unless you have further questions, I really must return to my duties. So many papers to grade.
So I think it would have actually been pretty interesting if there were different casting animations on their spells.
Hello there! Did I surprise you? I'll wager you're thinking, whoa, is that a Yeti? Teaching? I'd never expect that. Chaos! That's the sort of thing I teach here. I am Professor Hieronymus Bunch, and Chaos Magic is my school of specialization. Chaos is the magic of the unexpected, the unusual, the unpredictable. It defies logic and turns things downside up. Anything and everything you can imagine can be found in chaos, except order. Order is boring. You don't want to find that. We'll talk more later, I'm sure. Or am I?
I don't know how these guys are just flipping all the time.
Well, hello there, my little friend. What brings you here? You want to learn about frost magic? You should talk to someone who knows then. Oh, that would be me. Caught me off guard, you did. Right. Where was I? I am Professor Quentin Burble at your service. You may have surmised that I am not from around these parts. I teach Pigswick Academy students about the nature of frost. Frost is fleeting and quick, a fragile and delicate thing. It appears rarely, but when it does, it forms crystals of amazing beauty and complexity. Frost is like magic in that. Do you understand frost magic now? Because I'm afraid I don't know more than that. I'm behind in my lesson preparation.
Why, hello there, young wizard. You have the look of a newcomer to Pigswick Academy. Welcome to my laboratory. I am Professor Velma Pepper, and I teach the magic of equilibrium. My school represents bringing order to the spiral. The natural world is full of confusion and disorganization, and thus it is the role of the equilibrium wizard to create harmony. We must use whatever tools we have in this important duty. All are equal, so long as they perform the task at hand. I trust that what I've taught you instills a semblance of order to your own worldview. Now, though, I must return to work.
Who dares disturb me? You must be here for the tournament, eh? Another of those tiresome Meet the Professors tours. Let me introduce myself, then. I am Professor Edna Fuligen, and I instruct Pigswick students in spirit magic. Spirit magic concerns the ghostly state that exists after life. We are students of the immaterial world. I've heard of problems with Professor Malastair back at Ravenwood. Maybe his assistant Dworgen will be better.
We actually do have a Zeke quest also.
Hey there, little wizard. Fancy meeting you here. Looks like you're out to broaden your educational horizons, eh? If you got a moment to spare, I'd appreciate a little help. No trouble to you, though. I'm looking for some plants native to these here parts. A species of flower called the wallflowers. They're a shy and retiring sort of flower. They'll hang close to walls throughout all of Wisteria. If you could find them all and return to me when you know where they are, I'd be mighty grateful.
It's actually not that many of them either.
Greetings, O honored guest from Wizard City. I am Professor Anku, your humble servant and guide to Ember Magic. Ember Magic is about warmth and security. In the cold dark of the spiral, Ember is like a warm rock to stretch out on. Wizards who study Ember Magic are not very adventuresome and prefer the comforts of hearth and home. Ember Wizards are crafters, doctors, and cooks, using flame to forge artifacts, treat injuries, or bake cookies. So from the Ember we can learn much. Better to be safe and patient than to leap into action. I hope that explains things.
Greetings, young wizard. I am Professor Thaddeus Price, Professor of Tempest Magic. I suppose you're interested in learning something about Tempest Magic, right? Tempest Magic is about duality and hidden meaning. Like the tide, it's about the ebb and flow of life. The surface is stormy, to be sure, but beneath it is dark and quiet, and the waters are deep beyond imagining. I gather they teach a slightly different approach at Ravenwood, but I'm fairly certain that here we have it right.
Oh. That's a little glitch.
Did the tour of our faculty help repair the inadequacies of your prior education? Perhaps when the tournament is over, you can transfer from Ravenwood to Pigswick and really learn something. I've heard that at Ravenwood, they teach you that the source of all magic is a tree, and it's in the center of your school. How awfully convenient that must be. Do they really expect you to believe such nonsense? At Pigswick Academy, we recognize that the source of all magic is a fountain, not a tree, and it's right here on campus. If you take a look at the fount of magic, you'll see the error of your ways. It's in the center of campus, not far from here. When you're finished, return here and let me know what you've observed. You're a student, so go on, learn something.
So I like how they diss Bartleby even though he's literally a talking tree that can see the past and future over this thing.
You examine the fount of magic. Looks like any other fountain. Something doesn't add up about this place.
Did you notice anything magical about the fount? I mean, surely you saw how it must be the one true source of magic. You know, we heard from Headmaster Ambrose that you were good at solving problems. I've a mind to put that to use. Go and speak with Captain O'Hare outside the gate to Pegasus Place. Tell him I sent you and that you're there to help.
So we're actually here just for a tournament. And yet they want us to actually help them with their problems.
Sorry, no admittance. Pegasus Place is off limits to students and faculty until further notice. Headmistress Crisp sent you. I'm not sure. If you're anything like the students here, I can't see how that will help. Still, if she vouches for you, then who am I to argue? Let me explain the problem and you see what you can do. Pegasus Place has been taken over by a fierce band of goblins. We don't know where they came from, or how to send them back. You'd be doing us a favor if you could jump in and thin the wood goblins' ranks. Make them think twice about staying. Can you go into Pegasus Place and defeat 6 wood goblins, and return to me when you're done?
They
Be
want us to
careful in
defeat
there.
6? The rank 5s. I mean, as long as they don't shield, we should be good. So I'll cut back until we finish all that. I'm back. Pretty easy since they were fire. We did boost.
You certainly sent some of them packing. Things might be a little safer now that they know not to mess with you. Our head gardener, groundskeeper Vern, is missing. Can you go back into Pegasus Place again and see if he's all right?
Why, hello. What are you doing here? This place isn't safe for students. Wisteria was once wild and overgrown with vines, but we cut them back and made this place a school, Pigswick Academy. I am groundskeeper Vern, head gardener around here. It is my job to know every inch of these streets and parks. These goblins and their hobgoblin overseers are new, arriving just when the tournament was to begin. They're not native to this world of Wisteria, so I would like to know where they came from. Since they arrived, some strange new plants have sprung up on Pegasus Place, and I suspect they're tied to the new visitors. Can you go and collect 3 samples of these strange plants, so I can do some research into their world of origin?
The Tower of the Elephant. One of the most difficult dungeons at level 60.
Wonderful. I'll compare these to my field journal, Plants of the Spiral, and see what I can learn. With the guards afraid to enter Pegasus Place, the area's undefended. What's the Airy? Well, it's the stables where we raise Pegasi to be trained as mounts and gifted throughout the Spiral. If you're up to it, could you check on Lap and Wing Tamer, the stable master of the Airy? The Airy is just down the street.
Not sure if we have to come back, so I'm just gonna leave a mark there anyways. I know we have to get that Pegasus food though.
Whoa! I dared not hope anyone would come to find me with the goblin horde all around. I don't know who was crazy enough to send a kid into this place, but as far as I'm concerned, any help is welcome. My first concern is for the well-being of the Pegasi under my care. Can you help me see to their feeding? Unfortunately, the goblins came through and stole all of their food. I don't know why, because they don't even eat the stuff. Tell you what, if you want to help, you'll get back 5 bags of Pegasus feed. You'd be a lifesaver.
Wait, so there's actually already one up there? We should be able to go back now, and I think it would have respawned. Oh wait, it literally just respawned. There's actually one right there too.
Well, good work. That reminds me of an old joke. What do Pegasi like to eat? Flapjacks! Well, thanks for your help. I'd feel much better, though, if I were able to lock the Ares doors against the goblin horde. I left my keys inside, but they were stolen by the hobgoblins when they ransacked the place. Could you recover the stable keys from the hobgoblin who took them?
Defeat and
bring
collect.
them back to me.
We did level up though. Level 32. Yeah, so we just fight these. So I'm just gonna cut, and hopefully we can get it first time. I'm back. I was able to collect on the first try.
You've done it. Thanks to you, the area will be secure. When the goblin horde first arrived, I did some scouting to see what was going on. I saw where they came from. The goblins sprung from a magical portal down the street. You should take a look at it and tell groundskeeper Vern.
You examine the magic portal. It would be risky to interfere with it without understanding it. You should describe it to groundskeeper Vern. Maybe he's figured out where those plants came from by now.
It's a good thing we left that port.
Those plants you collected for me earlier were listed as native to the world known as Weirwood. If the goblins are coming through a magic portal, then it stands to reason that they are from Weirwood as well. A student from Weirwood came to the tournament. Beatrice Wildwind, I think her name was. Maybe you've met her. Maybe you can ask her if she knows anything about this magic portal. I'd hate to think she was responsible, but best to check.
Actually sells some prickly pear cactus, which is good. Prickly bear, sorry. I'm just gonna leave a mark and then we're gonna teleport to the hub. I think there's actually a wallflower around here. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's talk to Beatrice. So that was the Pigswick Academy wallflower. There's also one in Pegasus Place as well.
What's that? A magic portal? From my world? It can't be! From what you describe, the plant is wild viridian. It grows native to Weirwood, where I come from. The goblins like to use it as a seasoning, so they plant it wherever they go. If it's here on Wisteria, it's their doing. A goblin portal is dangerous to meddle with, but I know of an incantation that can close it, never to return. We'll need some ingredients for the incantation, and those can be found in the Merchant Street, here in Pigswick Academy. Here's a list of ingredients. Visit the merchants listed and return to me when you have the items on my list.
Beatrice copies a list of ingredients from her spell book and gives it to you. Some of these items seem a little strange.
A spindle of enchanted thread, spun from fog and spiderweb? I have that right here.
A crystal? Made of the dried tears of a cyclops? Those were on special this week.
Oh, we're going the wrong way. I do like how they're like confused at first and then like, oh no, we actually have that in stock right now.
Rainbow ink from a sky squid. You're in luck. The shipment from Imperia just came in.
Some adamant metal filings? Sure, I have that laying around. I usually throw it back in the kiln to melt again.
This is actually where you can get the pet snacks for any
Flask of breath caught
pet
from a
jewels that
night
you want.
gaunt. I'm pretty sure I have one somewhere. You're welcome to it.
You can just go talk to her and buy your I think flaming pineapple is what you would use for fire on your pet jewels. So if you need that, you just come to Wisteria. Usually they don't have it in the bazaar.
There, that should do it. Bad news. I looked at my spell book and I realized I have the ingredients for the ritual, but I don't have the incantation. They should have a copy of it at the library here in Pigswick Academy. Could you go to the library and get it? I think the librarian is named Hugo Chatterley. Tell him it's of utmost importance.
An incantation to dispel a goblin portal? That's not exactly the sort of spell we let new students meddle with. That's in the restricted collection. I can only release the incantation with the permission of the headmistress. Speak to headmistress, you know.
Whoa. None of that. Even cut off the dialogue.
What's this? I send you to help Captain O'Hare, and the next I hear from you, you're talking about dispelling goblin portals? Very well then. I'm getting a clear picture of how Ambrose runs his school, and believe me, it's not a pretty picture. Take this back to Chatterley and tell him he's to help you to the best of his abilities. Is that all?
Headmistress Crisp hands you a
I understand.
Again. No.
Speak with the merchants affected, Oliver Quickneedle, Ophelia Moonreach, and Geoffrey Spellsmith, to find the guilty party.
What the heck is she the professor of?
Excellent. I took the liberty of copying the incantation you need while you were speaking with Headmistress Crisp. Use it with caution.
Hugo Chatterley hands you a strip of parchment paper with the incantation written carefully upon it.
You know...
I swear this guy.
Wonderful! I hope it wasn't any trouble. If you're the only one who has permission to enter Pegasus Place, you'll have to perform the incantation yourself. Just take the items you collected from the merchants and the incantation you got from the library and follow the instructions. You should check in with groundskeeper Vern before you do anything. He should know what to expect if it goes badly. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I hope.
It's a good thing we left a port there.
You came back? Don't you realize this place is doomed? You brought a means of dispelling the magic portal and all of the ingredients. Let me see that. There is a problem. The final ingredient in the spell requires the soul stone of the leader of the goblin horde. The goblins have spoken fearfully of Lord Graustark. I suspect that whoever he is, he's lurking in the tower down the street. You should go and defeat this Lord Graustark and collect his soul stone, the source of his magic. Only then can you use the incantation to dispel the portal. Return to me when you have done that impossible deed.
1600 from this one. I think that might even be higher than what we got from finishing Marleybone. It's either that or it's on par with it. But just to finish one area, Wisteria, to get 1600 XP is pretty good. There's a wallflower over here. That's the Pegasus Place one. I think that means that we only have 2 more. Yep. Alright, let's grab this wood chest and then we'll fight the goblin.
Is it time already for my afternoon snack? I don't remember placing an order for Wizard, but you'll do.
1400 health. I just hope that he doesn't shield, because whenever I cut from the Hobgoblin Defeat and Collect, they did use a bunch of shields and weakness. We should be able to hit if we get a... Okay, we'll hit next turn. Exactly what I was worrying about. He did shield too. We're just gonna Blizzard anyways. We do have a feint on him, so it should at least do around 800, maybe 1,000. We do have 2 blades and a feint. Yeah, 1,000. So then we'll just use an enchanted serpent. There we go.
You find a small, gleaming gem, shimmering with power. This must be the Soul Stone groundskeeper Vern spoke of. You follow the instructions in the incantation, using the items you gathered and the Soul Stone to power it. When you finish the incantation, the magic portal vanishes. No more goblins will come through it.
By the great tree, you've done it! Lord Graustark will trouble this street no longer. You
So he actually
should
even-
tell Headmistress Crisp the wonderful news. Be proud of what you've accomplished.
He actually believes in Bartleby, the great tree. Whereas other people don't here.
What's that? You've impressed me. Maybe you've been able to learn a thing or two about magic, despite your training. Though your aid in the Pegasus Place matter is appreciated, it will not affect your participation in the tournament. Speaking of, it is time for you to report to Mrs. Dowager. The first round of magical dueling is about to commence.
Okay, and that's going to be where we end this episode off. Thank you for watching this one where we started Wisteria. Next episode, we're going to be continuing in Wisteria.